This idea that everyone is equal and all the races are of equal value and just as smart and just as creative and just the same, they're just different races. All that are really nice ideas that, Sunday school teachers used to push forward to the kids on Sunday to try to get everyone to get along and be friendly and do have all the Christian values. But the truth of the matter is, none of that is backed up by any evidence whatsoever. In fact, the idea that everyone's opinion matters is obviously not true. Some people are retarded, some people have schizophrenia, some people are just not very smart whatsoever. Some people are incredibly smart and have, wicked motivations. And some people are decent people and incredibly smart, and their opinion matters more than others because their opinion will actually work. It will move us forward. Different races. We don't know because we haven't investigated what really constitutes each race. We haven't looked at that. Culture. Is culture something that comes from the DNA of a race? You have a certain makeup and so you create this type of culture? Or is it the environment and where the different races grew up? And so we haven't looked at it because we think they're all the same and that there's no reason to look at it. But it has to be looked at if we're going to move forward. If we're going to try to make one human culture, we're going to have to look at the components so we can see how they fit together. And that's going to require realizing that we don't know if some race might be unbelievably more valuable than others. And there's some obvious things like white people in Western culture in the last few hundred years or more, maybe thousand, maybe more, have just invented everything. I mean, these guys have been on fire. There's other things to consider. How did you get along with each other? Once we start looking at it, we might find hidden things that aren't as obvious. And we might find that, white people do things at an incredible rate and everybody needs to copy that. Or some people can't copy it. And then what are we going to do then? But the only way we're going to get it fixed is to not do this pie in the sky, everyone's the same, but to realize that really every single one of us is very different, which we already know. We're like snowflakes, right? We're individuals, and that just spreads out from every, collective. And it gets bigger and bigger, and in the end, yes, we're all very different. We're not the same. And some of us are worth more than others to the progression of humanity. And some of us, like serial killers and pedophiles, for the love of God, are just complete negatives. And they're human beings too.